So your mind is like a bank, right? And every day you deposit thoughts into that bank. We'll call it the mind bank. Now these thoughts, they actually grow and they become your memory. Now when you're just going about your day-to-day life and you're thinking about stuff, or when you're faced with a problem, whether you realize it or not, bro, you're going back to your memories, your memory bank. And you're kind of asking yourself, like, what do I already know? What do I already know about this situation, about this problem that I'm facing? Now your memory bank will automatically answer you, and it will supply you with these memories. It will supply you with bits of information that relate to the situation that you're in. It goes back to the previous occasions that might be similar, which basically makes your memory sort of the supplier for your new thoughts, because they're not even new thoughts, they are thoughts that are shaped from your old thoughts, right? From your memory. So basically, just like if you were to go up to an actual person in a bank that works behind the desk and you say to them, oh, you know, I need to take out £2,000-3,000, 2-3K in cash, whatever it is. And they'll give it you, bro. They'll say, yeah, cool, here you go, here's your cash. They're never going to shortchange you. They're never going to give you less than what you asked for. And it's exactly the same with your memory bank. If you ask yourself, you ask your memory bank to withdraw some thoughts from the past that maybe prove that you're inferior to everybody else. Well, guess what, bro? Your memory bank is going to give you that information. It's going to say, yeah, cool, here's a time where you failed at that thing multiple times. Here's a time where everybody laughed at you in class and you felt inferior. Here's a time when people were chatting shit about you in school. It's just your mind's job to give you all of this information. It's not going to hold back. It's not going to shortchange you. It's going to give you everything that you want, everything that you ask for. All of those thoughts that prove that you're inadequate. But this also works the other way around. So if you go into your thought bank and you ask the person behind the desk, oh, you know, tell me a time where I faced a difficult situation, where I pushed through failure, where I overcame a hurdle that was holding me back for a long time. Well, guess what? Your mind is going to provide you with that information. It's going to deliver thoughts that you've deposited in your mind bank that prove that you can succeed, that tell you that you can improve, that tell you that you can win at whatever it is that you're trying to win at. It's going to say, oh, you know, recall that excellent job that you did in a similar situation to what you're in right now. Or it's going to say, record how much confidence you had when you were talking to this person at this certain point in time. Or recall that time where somebody said something really nice about you. It's going to give you that information if you ask for it, right? It's your bank. All of those thoughts are there for you to recall. So now that you know this, bro, what you need to start doing is only depositing those positive thoughts into your bank. Because look, bro, we all encounter unpleasant, embarrassing times throughout our lives. We all encounter discouraging situations, but unsuccessful people and successful people deal with those situations in very different ways. Unsuccessful people tend to take them to heart. They tend to dwell on them. They tend to really deposit them into their memory bank and keep them there and let them fester, and they don't take their minds away from them. Unsuccessful people tend to think about the unpleasant things and the negative thoughts way more often. It's the last thing that they think about before they go to sleep. Now, confident, successful people, on the other hand, they don't give it another thought. They don't dwell on it. They let it go. And successful people specialize in putting only positive thoughts into that memory bank. Now, what kind of performance would your car put out if you went and grabbed a pile of fucking dirt or shit and you shoved it into the fuel outlet? You made sure that you got that dirt right into that fuel tank. Your car's probably going to break down at some point. It's probably going to stop working, right? Because you're putting negativity into the car. Dirt, shit, things that it doesn't want, things that it can't use, instead of only providing it with the fuel that it actually needs. Like these negative, unpleasant thoughts, they affect your mind in the exact same way. They are the dirt and they are the shit that you're putting into your mind. They create that worry, that frustration, those feelings of inferiority. They hold you back whilst other people are moving forward. So here's something for you to do. Here's an actionable step that you can actually do to improve this, right? When you're on your own, when you're in the car, when you're driving, or you know, you're lying in bed, make the conscious decision to recall positive, pleasant experiences, times where you were confident. Put those good thoughts into your memory bank, because what this does is boost your confidence and gives you that good feeling about yourself. You can even write these down, bro. Make this your goal on a day-to-day basis to write down 3 things that you are grateful for, but also 3 things that you can recall that you did, that, you know, things that were positive, things that you did that you felt confident in, times where you achieved things. Recall all of those things that you have to be thankful for and deposit those positive thoughts into your memory bank, into your mind bank. Effectively, bro, all you're doing is taking your mind from negative to positive, and that can have such a massive impact on your life in a positive way, obviously. Now, what you also need to do is withdraw the positive thoughts from your mind bank. Not only do you need to deposit positive thoughts into your mind bank, you also need to withdraw the positive thoughts. If you're going to sit there and constantly, repeatedly just pick out negative thoughts out of your mind bank, these are ultimately going to turn into those mental monsters and lead to you committing mental suicide. You need to forget and let go of the negative things, the times where you fucked up in life. I know it's difficult, and I know this is not something that you can just do overnight. It will take time. But bro, if this is something that you can do, and this is something that can lead to you living a much more fulfilling, happier life. So when you're facing a challenge, again, when something unpleasant crops up in your life, try and recall all of the times where you've overcome unpleasant hurdles. Try and recall those times where you moved forward regardless of the situation, where you were confident, where you were able to overcome your setbacks. Because those times exist, bro, they're all there. But what we tend to do is just focus on the negative. As humans, bro, we always look towards the negative times, the negative situations, the negative scenarios. We never actually sit there and think, okay, what did I actually do well? What did I actually do to move forward? We just dwell on the negative, and this is something that I've been guilty of way more often than I'd like to admit. Now, you're not going to be able to remove the negative thoughts, the trauma, and all of the negativity in your mind bank. But what you can do is remove your attention from them. Stop giving them so much power, so much attention, so much validation. That's what you can do. You can take your attention away from the negative and you can place it on the positive. And sometimes it can honestly just be that simple. Stop committing mental suicide. Go and click the top link in the description if you would like to apply to work with me one-to-one. For those of you that don't know, I have a mentorship program where I help young men just like you build unshakable discipline, mental resilience, a physique that they can actually be proud of, and a business that they can generate $10,000 per month in online through their passion. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then you can go and check that out. I appreciate you if you watch to the end. I've had a little bit of time off posting on YouTube, but I'm back. I'm going to try and bring back 10 times the value that I was previously bringing to these videos. Go out there and do the work.